Alright, hi guys, so this is the tutorial that I'm finally doing that I said I would do a while ago. And from my friend Brittany, she said to do a summer look. So this is what it's going to be. I don't do both sides in one video because normally it takes a lot longer. So I'm just going to show you this one side and then kind of touch up the rest of the face for you as well. Alright, so of course I started with my NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof eyeshadow base that I've used for so long now, and I use it in my kit, I use it on myself, it's the best. Then I used my Marc Jacobs highliner in black, and then you're just going to put it right in your lash line, right like that. And then obviously this is something that takes a little bit to get used to, but once you start doing that, even if you just wear that, it's the best way to do eyeliner because it helps lift that eye area and gives a nice, beautiful contrast for your eye color to pop. Next, I'm using one of the Laura Mercier Caviar sticks in rose gold. So since I've changed my hair color to this lavender shade, I've had to change up some of the colors that I use for my makeup a little bit. Normally I like to do warmer tones, and now I'm doing, they're still a little warm, but they're definitely not as warm as they used to be, hence the more pinky lip instead of like an orangey red, which an orangey red lip would go great with this look. So after I put that caviar stick on, you want to use a nice fluffy brush to blend it. And then I'm using the Mary Luminizer from the Balm to just kind of blend out that edge, highlight all the way up to under the brow, and then a little bit on the lid. After that, I'm going to take, so I'm using the Nude Beach palette from the Balm. Their palettes are so much fun. I'm doing a little bit of Buff, which is a peach tone. You know, warm, but you can find peaches that are a little cooler as well. And I'm just kind of going over that a little bit. And then I am going into Brilliant, which is kind of a matte cream shade. And I'm just going to go along this edge, tone down that shimmer, sparkly color a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of Built, which is a kind of caramel shimmery color. So pretty. Then I go in with Bootylicious, which is kind of rose goldy bronze right over here. And I'm going to take that with an angled brush and dust it along my lash line. And then I take a little smudger brush and then I'm going to go in and blend it. Alright, after you blend that Bootylicious shade, you're going to go in with a dark brown along the lash line, and then just use that smudging brush again to blend it up. You don't necessarily want any harsh lines, everything kind of just blends into the next shade. And then after that, do a little bit of Rococo in the bottom lash line, and then take a softer little smudging brush and then just do a soft dusting underneath. And then once you finish that, take a little bit of eye cream on a Q-tip and then just clean it up. Don't go too far up because you don't want to get rid of any of that smudge that you just did there. And then you just want to make sure it's all that shadow, any of it that fell, gets all wiped away. So that's the shadow portion. Love it. It's kind of universal. Any eye color can wear it. It's going to make green eyes pop, blue eyes pop. It's going to make brown eyes a little warmer, a little more vibrant. And anybody who has lavender eyes, really going to make those pop. So bronzy shades that have a little bit of red in them are always fun to use. And it's a way to kind of use more complementary colors because it's a little orange, a little red, to make your eye color pop than using that color entirely. Okay, so on my brows I used the Dior Show Brow Styler in shade 2, and then to make them look a little fuller and fluffier I used the NARS Brow Gel. It's more of like a brow cream, so it's not translucent, it actually is opaque. And it has more of a matte finish to it. I used it in Parias. That's the shade. It's kind of a taupey color. So then on my face I used a mixture of the NARS Natural Radiant Foundation with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. I like how those work together. I finally figured out how to really get them to work well with my skin, and the shade that it creates works nicely. So after you do your eyes, obviously you do some mascara. This is the Marc Jacobs Mascara Primer. I really like it. I am finding that the Dior one that I used to love doesn't really work as well as it used to, which is very disappointing because I used that one for a very, very long time. So I switched to the Marc Jacobs, which you guys already know I use the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. I always forget what it's called. Which has this big fluffy brush and it gives you some nice full lashes. Now if you don't like to do mascara on your bottom lash line, or you don't like to do eyeliner or anything, you can keep it totally clean and it'll still be a pretty look. So after that, I use a little bit of the Marc Jacobs Remedy pen, and it's in the peachy tone, which I think only Sephora carries. So check that out. It's like a nice peachy tone to help with dark circles, which seem to always be around no matter how much sleep I get. And then the Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealer is really nice as well. So just go through, make sure everything is nicely blended. Any blemishes are covered as well as you can. Obviously, it's a battle every day. And then for the bronzer, I used the NARS bronzer in Casino. So just kind of dust it right under here and then bring it up to my forehead area and then down to the neck. This one has more of like a little bit of a reddish bronzy tone. I do love the Laguna one as well. That's more of like an ashy bronze. And then I'm mixing Cindy Luminizer and Betty Luminizer. So the pinky tone and the bronzy tone for the cheek. These are gorgeous for the summer, especially if you like to just do a little bit of bronzer and not much else. If you get a tan, for those of you who do, or those of you who don't, it's totally fine too. You can just use a little bit of it and it does a beautiful glow to the skin. Now if you like more of a matte look, this may not be the look for you, which is okay. I like the glowy skin and a little bit of shimmer on the eyes. That's usually more my style. And the powder that I use is the Josie Maran Luminous Hydrating Liquid Powder. It has argan oil in it, and it's really nice. It doesn't ever look too powdery, and it just kind of flows with the skin and doesn't necessarily take away that glowy look. For the lips, this is not normally a color I wear, but I thought I'd try it out. I used the Lip Cheat from Charlotte Tilbury in Pink Venus as the lip liner. It's a very pretty color. It's like a nice, pinky tone. And then over top, I did the Revlon lipstick, whatever this one is, in 725 or HD Sunset. So that's pretty much that color there. And then over top of that, I did the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in Summer Fruit. Perfect name for what we're doing here. And I just did a little bit of that to add a little bit of gloss to it. And then over top of that, just because I felt like adding a million things on my lip, was Naked from Urban Decay. Just to add a little bit of a highlight to the center area of my mouth, lips. All right, so what you always need to make sure you do, especially in the summer when it's hot, is use your setting spray so that everything can stay put. So just a quick spritz to set it all. And there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this summer look. And check out my newsletter and stay tuned for next month's. All right, bye.